about the Kyrie Irving interview. He went on there with Max Kellerman, Molly, and Stephen A. And we all know he was going to basically get asked direct questions, hard questions, whatever it is that, that you want to call it. And that's exactly what they did. They got directly into it, on it. Now, some of Kyrie answers, it was kind of like, I'm not 100% sure I understand what either one of them is talking about, especially when him and Max were talking. And Max, at times, the brother is very smart, and he used all these words. And I'm gonna go back to the 40-year-old virgin. Because using all these big words that I don't understand, I'm gonna take it as disrespect. Watch your mouth. That's how I kind of felt what Max was saying. But at the end of the day, with this interview, one of the things that I took from it is that they were, talking about, and not them per se, they're just saying about the reports. They were talking about, him not informing LeBron James. I think he answered that very well. At the end of the day, LeBron James, even though we know he is the man, or whatever, Kyrie is like, he doesn't answer to LeBron. LeBron is not his father. LeBron is not, one of his parents. LeBron, he works with LeBron. Yes. Does he respect LeBron? Yes. But at the end of the day, Kyrie is saying, I'm a grown man too. I make my own decisions. And as long as I do them respectfully, professionally, that should be enough. But because I don't do it the way you guys want me to, and I'm not saying Stephen A, he's saying, like media or fans out there, why should I be criticized? I'm stepping away from this situation because I feel at this point in my career, this is the direction I need to go. Max was on him basically, about saying, so you don't think you can win, so you think you can win a championship with Boston instead of, Cleveland. Well, yeah. I mean, why would, if he didn't think it, listen, it's not like he said, trade me to Brooklyn. It's not like he said, trade me to Sacramento. It's not like he said, trade me to, which I really thought he would go to and be a good fit, but New York, it's not like he said, trade me to a team that is trying to turn their franchise around. No, he went to a team that was just recently in the Eastern Conference Final that has an opportunity to get to the NBA Finals, and they just picked up Gordon Hayward. So the most coveted free agent this year. So yeah, he think he can win the championship, with Boston and what they got. Why should he be criticized for that? Why I'm defending Kyrie. I always said, look, you're grown. You can make a decision, and whatever happens, happens. If it doesn't work out, it didn't work out. Maybe you made the wrong decision. I don't know, but we'll find out. But because he wants to leave or he doesn't want to play in Cleveland no more, he's supposed to be. Here's my thing. And I'm getting back to informing LeBron. How many folks, when you don't want to work at your job that you're at and you want to go somewhere else, how many folks at your job do you inform, or do you consult with, or do you speak with? Do you speak directly to your manager and say, or your supervisor, whatever it is? Do you say, hey, man, I want to go work, such and such place? I doubt that a lot of people do. And it's none of their business anyway, So Mo Cabello said LeBron, when we saw a moving truck in front of his house, we all knew he was leaving the Heat. He left town without telling Pat Riley and the Heat fans, so LeBron shouldn't feel any kind of way. And I don't think LeBron feels any kind of way, Mocha. I think like Stephen A was saying, I think what he maybe is upset most about is how his name got caught up, in it. Which we know it was going to get caught up in it. And if anyone should understand more than anybody, it should be LeBron. Of course, LeBron was a little bit, situation was different leaving, Cleveland to Miami, because we all know it was tough to try and get wins and get over the hump. Now, when he got to Miami, of course, that changed. And then people were saying, kind of like Kyrie, why would you leave a situation to go to another situation that has no guarantees? And LeBron turned that franchise around like he always does, and they won a championship. So why can't Kyrie do the same thing? What's wrong with him doing that? I don't see any problem with it. LeBron, yes, he is a big, strong voice, but I don't think LeBron is going to say, hey, this, that, and the third or whatever. LeBron is, going to, Kyrie doesn't owe notifying anybody anything. That's what I don't get. So shout out to JY3 who's in the building. Appreciate you jumping in here with us tonight. And we're talking about this whole Kyrie Irving, interview. Now, Kyrie, some of his answers were kind of like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. But at the end of the day, I think what Kyrie is getting at is that he was in a situation, and at the end of the day, it wasn't as gravy, it wasn't as great, and it wasn't as right for him as people think. And he said, I need to do what makes me happy. Can't knock that, man. Can't knock that. How many times, have you seen someone, and on the outside, everyone's looking at them like, oh, they got it so good, and everything. And then you find out behind the scenes, man, it's horrible. And they just been putting up a front. Not saying that he was saying it was horrible or whatever, but what I'm saying is that sometimes when it's time to go. And this is it. And it's not like Cleveland. To me, it's not like he just left and left them with nothing. You got Isaiah Thomas coming there. As long as he's healthy, you're good. You're still good. I still give Kyrie a little bit of a edge when it comes to comparing the two, but it depends on what they're going to do as a team. Mocha said Kyrie was dodging questions. To a certain degree, I agree with that. Mocha, I think he was, and I think he was dodging a little bit, but I think he was more like, you're not going to dictate, what you're going to make me answer and not answer. I'm going to answer what I want, to answer. And that's it, but Kyrie Irving, this interview takes it to a whole nother atmosphere. And training camp is right around the corner. It's the 20th of September right now. We're getting October 17th. We'll have our first game, so we'll be getting into preseason and all that stuff. So we'll be talking about this whole Kyrie, Irving, Cleveland, Boston, LeBron, and anyone else that, that's associated, with this in the near future. So we'll get off that, and we're going to take another break, and we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about the NFL, and I want to talk about these rookies that's in the league right now. They're doing a pretty good job. So we'll talk about that and my top 3 games for the NFL Week 3 season. So we'll be back in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Lopan's been quiet, so we'll get him back in the mix, as well, and wake him up. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
We don't take orders from super fools. We give them.
X-No, give it to you.
Any and all resistance will crumble. Nonsense. There's never been a threat.
Squad.
Couldn't handle. It is the purpose of the
Squad.
to align our infamous forces against the powers of good and defeat them, leaving us, the rulers of the world.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Vince Wright, the sports governor, and you know me from the Sports Done Right show. But when I'm not doing Sports Done Right, I'm in the executive mansion chilling with the Wait a Minute show. That's right, Jelani, Lopan, indeed. Keep it tuned here, y'all. The Wait a Minute show. My name is Vince Wright, and I approve this message.
All music artists, lend me your ear. Looking for that hot beat to make your next hit? Go to farrelljaromusic.com. Tired of paying for overpriced studio time for mediocre beats? Go to farrelljaromusic.com. farrelljaromusic.com offers industry quality hip-hop, trap, R&B, and pop beats that will take your creativity to the next level. We know it's hard to find dope beats out there, so don't waste any more time searching YouTube for whack beat selling websites. Go to farrelljarmusic.com today to cop the beat for your next hit. Mixing and mastering services available too. Once again, go to farrelljarmusic.com. That's FARROJARRO music.com for the hottest beats in the game.
This is #1 Chief Rocker Jersey Vern on a Recap Monday doing his recap show. We're going to talk about sports, entertainment. We're going to have call interviews, on the spot calls. This is just a show that will bring nothing but passion and joy and understanding to all the listeners on the Two Live Stews radio platform. The #1 Chief Rocker Jersey Vern.
Yo, what's good? This is Trey Frazier on Phil Styles. This is the Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. Make sure y'all tune in to us every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time.
This is Key C from the
Kicking It With Key C show.
On the newly rebranded Two Live Stews Radio Network. We will continue to bring you the hottest, most interesting guests and commentary in the areas of social, politics, culture, music, and more. Continue to tune in.
Let's go, give it to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. It is your man, Jelani J.B. Bodie.
It's the Wait a Minute show.
And I told you he was quiet. He's back. My man Lopan is in the building as well. Indeed. So Lopan had taken all this in with the fight, talk and the Lions and the Giants and, Zeke Elliott and all that stuff. So Lopan, are you cool with everything that has went down, what I said? Do you have you don't oppose to anything, right? All right. I like that. I like when Lopan ain't being combative, and all that stuff and cutting me off. Lopan, I just said when you're not cutting me off, don't cut me off. We may have to go to another commercial break if you cut me off one more time. Okay? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. Me and Lopan, acting up a little bit, but that's what he does. And we were talking about the whole Kyrie Irving. We're going to move into football. But Mocha Bella did say Kyrie felt like Mario Chalmers he felt like Mario Chalmers because that time LeBron was fussing him out on the bench. I think Kyrie wanted to leave. Yeah, I think he just wasn't ultimately happy there. It was not a bad situation, but not a great situation. So Mocha also says, Jelani, your voice sound better like that. You mean like this, Mocha? Or like this? Hey, so now I know I got to lose my voice. To have a better sounding voice on the podcast. Okay, Mocha. All right. Yeah. Yes. All right. So we're going to get into these top 5 rookies. My top 5 rookies, I should say, that right now, I know it's only been 2 games, but they are basically catching everyone's eye, at this point. And you got to look out for them because they may be one of the new superstars bubbling up and turning into, a Le'Veon Bell or LaShawn McCoy, if you will. David Johnson. David Johnson is not that old, So right now, I'm going to give you my top 5 going into week 3. And I was going between number 5, let me tell you, I was going between, McCaffrey and Joe Mixon, because I was looking at their situations, they're kind of similar a little bit. They're trying to get through, the rotation to be, or not the rotation, the depth chart to be the starter. Now, they both kind of got a different, style, but, Joe Mixon, he's dealing with Gio and he's dealing with Jeremy Hill. McCaffrey is dealing with Jonathan Stewart. So that's what I'm saying. They got a guy in front of them, maybe an injury. But I'm going to go with Joe Mixon on this. I'm going to go ahead and bump McCaffrey at this point.